Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this green shaded square CDEF fully inscribed in a semicircle with the center O, as you can see in this given diagram, such that this chord AD is 10 units long. And now our task is to calculate the area of this green shaded square CDEF. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. Please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started, and here's our very first step. Let's focus on this green shaded square. I'm going to label its side lengths as x, and since all these side lengths are equal, so this side length is going to be x, and x as well. And in this next step, I have dropped this perpendicular OP on this chord CD. And now let's recall the perpendicular bisector theorem. According to this theorem, if the radius of a circle is perpendicular to the chord, then the radius bisects the chord. So no wonder we can see that this segment DP is going to be equal to this segment PC. P is the midpoint. And we know this whole chord CD is x. So therefore this segment DP is going to be x divided by 2, and likewise this segment PC is going to be x divided by 2 as well. And since these two segments DP and EO are equal in length, so therefore this segment EO turns out to be x divided by 2 as well. And in this next step, I am going to connect this center O with this point D, as you can see in this next step. And now let's make an observation. We can see this OD is the radius of this semicircle, so I'm going to label that one as lowercase r. And now let's focus on this right triangle DEO, and we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle. And here's our Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is lowercase r, whereas our two other legs are x and x divided by 2. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So we got x square plus x divided by 2 whole square equal to r square. And if we add these two fractions on the left hand side, that is going to give us 5x square divided by 4. So therefore we can write r square is going to be equal to 5x square divided by 4. And now I'm going to undo this square by taking a square root on both sides. So therefore our radius of this semicircle lowercase r turns out to be x times square root of 5 divided by 2. So thus our radius r turns out to be x times square root of 5 divided by 2. And now let's make an observation. We can see this AO is the radius of this very same semicircle. So therefore this radius length is going to be x times square root of 5 divided by 2 as well. And now let's make an observation once again. We know this is our radius, which is x times square root of 5 divided by 2. And our this segment EO length is x divided by 2. So therefore this remaining segment AE is going to be equal to the radius x times square root of 5 divided by 2 minus x divided by 2. And if I factor out x divided by 2 outside, so we are going to have a square root of 5 minus 1. So therefore our this segment AE length turns out to be x divided by 2 times square root of 5 minus 1. And now let's focus on this right triangle DEA. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle as well. And here's our Pythagorean theorem once again, a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is 10, whereas our two other legs are x and x divided by 2 times square root of 5 minus 1. So let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this Pythagorean formula. So we got x square plus, I'm going to write down x divided by 2 times square root of 5 minus 1 whole square is going to be equal to 10 square. Now let's simplify furthermore. So we can write x square plus this whole thing I can write as x square divided by 4 times I can write square root of 5 minus 1 whole square equals to 100. And now let's focus on this part. And here I have copied it down, square root of 5 minus 1 whole square. And now let's recall this famous identity, a minus b whole square could be written as a square plus b square minus 2 times ab. We are going to apply this identity on this binomial. So therefore this could be written as 5 plus 1 minus 2 times square root of 5. If we simplify, that is going to give us 6 minus 2 times square root of 5, and we can see 2 is in common. I'm gonna factor out 2, so we got 3 minus square root of 5. As you can see in this next step, I have replaced this whole part by this 2 times 3 minus square root of 5. And now let's make an observation. We can see this 2 and 4 they could be reduced to 1 divided by 2, as you can see in this next step. And now I'm going to remove this fraction by multiplying by 2 across the board with each and every term. So therefore we are ended up with the 2x square. Here 2 and 2 is gone. So therefore we got x square times 3 minus square root of 5 is going to be equal to 200. And now we are going to distribute x square over here, as you can see in this next step. And now we can see 2x square plus 3x square is going to give us 5x square, as you can see in this next step. And now we can see x square is in common. As you can see in this next step, I have factored out x square and we are ended up with the 5 minus square root of 5 inside this parenthesis. And in this next step, I am going to divide both sides by 5 minus square root of 5. We can see this cancels out. So therefore, our x square value turns out to be 200 divided by 5 minus square root of 5. And now we are going to rationalize this denominator by multiplying and dividing by its conjugate, which is 5 plus square root of 5 divided by 5 plus square root of 5 as well. And now we are going to multiply these numerators, and likewise we are going to multiply these denominators as well. And now let's recall another famous identity, a minus b times a plus b is always equal to a square minus b square. We are going to apply it on the denominator. So therefore our denominator, when we multiply these two ones, we are going to get 5 square is 25 minus square of square root of 5 is 5. That is going to give us 20, as you can see in this next step. And now we can see 20 goes into 210 times. So therefore our x square value simply turns out to be 10 times square 5 plus square root of 5 square units. And now let's recall the area of a square formula. Area is always equal to s square, where s represents the side length. So therefore our green square area turns out to be x square, since x is the side length of this green square. And we can see our x square value is 10 times 5 plus square root of 5. So therefore our green square area turns out to be 10 times 5 plus square root of 5 square units. So thus the green square area turns out to be 10 times 5 plus square root of 5 square units. And that is going to be approximately equal to 72.36 square units as well. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.